Hey everybody, Nathan here from FBA Empire. Welcome back to another episode of FBA Empire Weekly. This week I'm coming to you out of Cambodia. Heading to Malaysia soon. I'll be on Penang. So my next video will likely be from Malaysia. I'll give you a little bit of a different background. Today you're seeing what's in the garden at my hotel room, so nothing too crazy, no Angkor Wat temples for you guys today. But anyhow, I really wanted to talk to you guys. We've been getting some questions recently about people who live in different parts of the world but still wanting to sell on Amazon, whether it's Amazon.com or Amazon.ca or .co.uk, and they're wanting to know, if I live in a different country, can I easily sell on Amazon.com? So if I live in the UK or Australia, can I still sell my products on Amazon.com? And the answer is 100% yes. Whether you live in Canada and you're selling in the States, or you live in Australia or the UK and you're selling in the States, there is no problems with it. And actually, Amazon makes it rather easy for many of the major first world countries type of thing. And I'll get into that very soon. So basically, you would go through the same process. You would set up your, you'd send your inventory into Amazon, whether it's in the States or the UK or wherever you want to sell it, and they would hold it in their warehouses. You would set up a Seller Central account, and in this Seller Central account, you're still going to use your home address. If it's in Australia or Canada, it doesn't matter. You could use, or your business address, use your business name. You could even put in your regular bank account. And this is where Amazon makes it super easy. So countries like Canada, the UK, Australia, places like Hong Kong, you could use your bank account from these locations, and Amazon will still directly deposit the money that you make into your bank account. All right, there's no issues there. They will 100% just direct deposit into your account. It doesn't have to be an American bank account. You don't need an American business. You don't need a US bank account to sell products in the US. The only thing you might need is an EIN number, and that's for importing goods into the States. Super simple to get. You could do it online. That's not an issue, and you don't need that to set up your Seller Central account. You could still set up with Amazon Seller Central without any issues, just by putting in your home address, your own country's details. You don't need to pretend to be from the States like with some other e-commerce models. So that's one of the big things. That's one of the easiest things about this. But there are certain places, so you might be from some other countries. Maybe you're from India, or somewhere else, and maybe somewhere else in Asia, and you can't. So Amazon won't directly deposit into your bank account. And I'm going to attach a list. There'll be a link below here for a list of the countries that Amazon will directly deposit into your bank account for. Most of the European countries, again, most of Australia, New Zealand, England, Canada, no problems there. But for some of the other countries, you might need to use a third-party payment processor type of thing. Something like Payoneer or World First might be what you need to do. And that's fine. Again, it's sort of a third-party place, so you give them that account. You set up a Payoneer account, for example, and then you put that account number into Amazon, and then it'll pay you into the Payoneer account, and then the Payoneer account will pay you into your home bank account, your home currency. So it's a bit of an extra step, but it is still possible to do. There's no issues there. It's still very easy to set up, and it's very easy to get started selling in the States or in the UK or in Australia, whatever it may be. All right, so one other thing, though, I wanted to talk about is selling internationally. We've talked a little bit about this in the past, but if you're from the UK, you don't automatically need to be selling in the States. You don't need to think, yeah, Amazon.com is the biggest. There's no doubt about it. There's the most demand. It is their biggest money-making sector, but you don't have to go there. If you're from the UK, you could sell in the UK. Heck, if you're from Australia and you want to sell in the UK, you could sell in the UK if it makes sense for you. There's other bigger markets, places like Germany, Japan, the UK. Those are three big markets that are up and coming and growing quickly. I'm also very curious about India. There's a lot of people in India, and India seems to be catching on, and it's something that might be worth looking into. And something else to take note is Australia is coming online soon. Amazon will be going to Australia within the next year. So that's going to be another one. So any Australians out there, it might be easier just to jump on the bandwagon and go to amazon.com.au and see how that goes. See how, especially if you're one of the first people on there, it might be very worthwhile. There might be a lot of hype built up around it, and it might be a very good opportunity to launch a product there. So these are just a few things. I just really wanted people to know that you don't have to be from the States. You don't need an American business. You don't need an American bank account. You could easily launch your FBA or your private label business from anywhere in the world. Like I said, I'm in Cambodia. My company is out of Canada, yet I sell in the States. So it doesn't need to be from the States. I don't need to have a mailing address in the States. It's none of that stuff. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Amazon makes it very easy. So don't worry about where you're from too much. All right, I guarantee it'll be worthwhile. It'll work for you. There won't be any issues. All right, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to reassure people that no matter where you're from, you could easily sell on Amazon in the States or in the UK or Australia or Canada, wherever it may be, you could easily sell on Amazon. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this quick video, and we'll see you next Thursday. We'll be talking about who knows what, but it's going to be a good one. So put your questions in. If you guys have a bunch of questions, ask them below in the comments. We're more than happy to answer those in future videos. All right, so have a great week, and we'll see you next Thursday.